Today I'm filming the 2021 Honda Accord Sport 2.0. As you guys can see, it's right behind me here. My Tesla's painted in this Sonic Gray, which is a $395 charge. It looks really good with the chrome, also with the black accents here. But looking at the front fascia here of the Honda Accord 2.0, Honda has tweaked the grille here. They made the grille larger. There's these chrome slats here. They even changed the Honda sensing there. Looking at these headlight modules here, it is going to be a full LED here on the Sport 2.0. There's going to be an automatic low and high beam with an LED turn signal, with an LED daytime running light. Honda even changed the fog light housing down here to this oval shape here, which looks really nice. I do like this exterior paint, which is a Sonic Gray. I would spec that in because it's only a $395 charge, and it looks really good here with the rest of the chrome and the black accents here. There's also this opening here to put an air curtain over the brakes and wheels. But making our way to the side profile here of the Honda Accord, looking at these wheels here, these are my favorite wheels here on the Accord. I actually like the rim setup on the hybrid model of the Accord, and also Honda has added new wheel choices to the Accord here, but these are my favorite ones here. These are the sport rims. They do have this gloss black with the silver finish here. These are a 235/40 Michelin tire. They're wrapped in this 19-inch rim design. There's this black mirror cap here, and my Tesla does come with a standard moonroof here. You cannot get a panoramic sunroof on the Honda Accord. You have to check out the other competition if you want a panoramic sunroof. Maybe in the next generation of Accord, Honda might consider offering a panoramic sunroof here. But making our way to the rear here of the vehicle, looking at these taillight modules here, they're going to be an LED combination with an LED brake light, with an incandescent turn signal, with an incandescent reverse light. There's your Accord name, which is spelled out. There's this black rear spoiler here, your Honda emblem there. There's this standard backup camera. There's this 2.0T Sport badge there, which looks really nice. Down here at the lower part of the bumper is going to be dual tip exhaust. Open up the cargo capacity here. This has the most cargo space in the segment here. This has 16.7 cubic feet of space. You can also fold the seats down to do a 60-40 split from these little tabs here. And underneath here, Honda does throw in a spare tire instead of a fix-a-flat kit. Sitting inside the interior of the Honda Accord Sport 2.0, this interior looks really modern. I like the way that it looks. My Tesla does have this black interior here, but shutting the door here of the Honda Accord. To start off the Accord, just put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button over here. As you guys can see, the gauges do a nice sweep. My Tesla does have this half LCD display there. You can customize this half LCD display here like I mentioned. Like I showed you guys before, you press this here, use this little rotary knob here. It does show you different stuff. You can back out of that if anything. It does have your range and fuel. Also warnings, your safety support, your maintenance, your rear seat reminder. Basically, it will tell you if there's something in the rear, or if one of your kids don't have the seatbelt on, or one of the passengers. It's off your driver's attention, your driver support. So you can customize this LCD display to show you different stuff. And over here, of course, is going to be for the speed, also your fuel gauge, and also your coolant temperature there. Looking at this leather wrap steering wheel here, it's going to be some black stitching. There's these plastic paddle shifters. Over here is for the dynamic radar cruise control, so this thing will stop and go for you. Honda sensing is standard equipment. This is for lane keeping assist, also for forward collision warning there. Over here is for the volume control. There's the back button here, the option to answer and hang up the phones. And once you have your phone connected, you can also access it to do different voice commands like call mom or dad. So basically you have to touch the infotainment system here. And this is 8-inch display. It's standard on all trim levels, even on the base Accord. It does offer Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as wireless. We're looking at the door panel materials here really quick. It's going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic. There is this aluminum door handle here. This is carbon fiber like trim. It is automatic up, automatic down for the driver and passenger, but not for the rear windows. There's this nice area here to rest your elbows, nice grab handle. Down here is going to be additional storage and cup holder. Your trunk release button is there. This is for the Honda sensing over here, which is standard equipment. Also, there's the stability control here. This is front wheel drive. Honda does not offer it in wheel drive for the Accord or all wheel drive. Maybe for the next generation, they may offer all wheel drive. Looking at the steering wheel here, is going to be a manual tilt telescoping. It does offer a good amount of range and adjustability. Over here is your headlight stock with the turning signals. Over here is the wind wiper stock, of course. There's this volume and tuning knob here. I do like this 8-inch display. If you go for the other competitors, they're offering a 12-inch display or a 10-inch display. Looking here at the head unit here of the Honda Accord. Of course, I showed you guys this before. It's responsive, it's snappy. I like the different color fonts here. For example, like phone, settings, the FM radio. Going back to the Apple CarPlay. Google Maps does take up the full screen here. Like I mentioned, it is an 8-inch display. It comes standard on all trim levels of the Accord. For this year, there's going to be 3 level heated seats. I'm surprised Honda didn't offer cool seats here on the Sport 2.0. There's more of the carbon fiber trim. The air vents are here. The hazard switch is there. I do like these big knobs here for the climate control. You also have these different modes here to basically select where you want the airflow to go. There's a front and rear defargo here. Down here is going to be a wireless phone charger. My iPhone 12 Pro Max fits in there just fine. There's also 2 USB ports here with a 12 volt. You can close this off if you would like by just going like that. My Tesla does have this push button transmission. You put your foot on the brake, of course, to put into reverse. You pull towards you. Looking at the backup camera here, it does have a good resolution. Also, this is a top down view of the rear. There's trajectory with distance markers. Also has a rear cross traffic alert, so if there's someone behind you or their object approaching, the car will basically put the brakes on for you so you won't hit anything. Of course, you click N for neutral, you click D for drive. Down here is going to be different drive modes, which is an eco mode, also a sport mode here, electronic parking brake, brake hold. There's 2 cup holders here. Looking at the key fob really quick, it does have a unlock, lock with the remote start, trunk release, and a panic button. The key does feel nice and sturdy in my hands. You can keep that in your purse or in your pocket. Looking at the upper part of the dashboard materials, is going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic here. There's more of that carbon fiber like trim. Look at the glove compartment here. It is damped, but it's not lined with felt. It is a decent sized glove box here. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable. I like the way that they filled. I like the dark stitching in here. And above me, there's this moon roof here that Honda offers, but there's no panoramic sunroof. You have to look at the other competitors if you want that. The lighting here is going to be an incandescent. You can also use controls here to open up the moon roof there. Right here is going to be for the sunglass holder. But overall, the Honda's interior here does look modern. I like the way that it looks. I just wish Tesla had a different color combination. But let's hop into the back seat of the Honda Accord. So sitting in the back seat here of the Honda Accord Sport 2.0, I have a decent amount of headroom here. If you're over 6 feet tall, I would recommend being the driver or the passenger here. But looking at the legroom here, Honda says you get 40.4 inches of legroom. This is the most legroom in the segment. The other competitors offer between 34 up to 38 inches of legroom, but Honda has the most legroom here in the segment. It's going to be dual map pockets back here for storage. Honda does throw in these rear air vents back here, and also with 2 USB ports here. That's new for 2021. The floor back here is not flat, but you can definitely sit a middle passenger here. Pulling this armrest down here really quick. Honda does throw in 2 cup holders and a nice area to rest your elbows. And Honda does not offer a panoramic sunroof like the other competitors do. But looking at the door panel materials really quick, it's going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic. There's this aluminum door handle here. If you go for the hybrid trim, Honda does throw in 3 level heated seats. Down here is going to be additional storage and cup holders and a nice area here to rest your elbows with the grab handle. But overall, the back seat of the Honda Accord is not a bad place to spend time. So I have the hood open here for the 2021 Honda Accord Sport 2.0. Let's see what powers the Accord here. This has the same engine that's in the Honda Type R, but Honda, they just detuned this engine. This makes 252 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. This is the only car in the segment that has a 10-speed automatic transmission. The other competition offers either a dual clutch or 8-speed or even a 6-speed automatic transmission. So if you guys are looking for that 10-speed automatic, you have to check out the Honda. And that 10-speed automatic is a in-house build transmission. Fuel economy is rated at 22 in the city, 32 on the highway, and 26 combined. And as the Accord sits, it weighs 3,400 pounds. So starting off in the 2021 Honda Accord Sport 2.0, this has Honda's 2-liter 4-cylinder. It makes 252 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. And this same engine is inside the Civic Type R, but is basically detuned. And this is paired with Honda's 10-speed automatic transmission. And this car is fast. It has sports sedan type handling, but it is practical basically for your family. You get plenty of rear legroom. Honda says you get around 40.4 inches of legroom. You also have one of the biggest trunks in the segment at 16.9 8.7 cubic feet of space. So you can basically put your family in here and their stuff in the trunk and go on a long road trip. They give you this 8-inch display as standard equipment. I wish Honda would have just upped the screen here, because some of the other competitors do offer a 12 or a 10-inch display, but Honda is still basically offering this 8-inch display on every single trim level, even on the base Accord, which is really nice. It does offer Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as wireless. If you don't want to use the wireless capability, you can plug in your USB and connect it through there. Visibility out of the Accord here is really good. You have a good view here of the road. You also have Honda Sensing as standard, so this does have lane departure with blind spot monitoring, also with rear cross traffic alert. And the Accord here will get up to speed really quick. That 2-liter is really fast. It's snappy. Also with that paired with that 10-speed automatic transmission. The seats in here, they're comfortable, they're supportive, but they're not aggressively bolstered, even though my Tesla is the Sport 2.0. And Honda does not offer this in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, maybe for the next generation of Accord, but my Tesla is just front-wheel drive. Let's put this thing into its actual sport mode here. There is this button here. And my Tesla does have adaptive dampers. And that sound is being pumped in through the speakers. It sounds pretty good. I like the way that it sounds. Most people are going to buy this car just to have fun, because the acceleration is good. The torque is really good. I think you feel the torque around 1500 RPM, so it is torquey. You get 273 pound-feet of torque. Like I mentioned, that 10-speed automatic is really good as well. And I like the way that it sounds. It sounds futuristic. Like I mentioned, this engine is from the Civic Type R, but Honda, they just detuned this engine. The ride quality in here is really good. The steering is light and it's playful, even in the sport mode. But taking out the sport mode here, and basically just driving this thing in eco mode, Honda says you get 22 in the city, 32 on the highway, and 26 combined. That's the fuel economy here for the Sport 2.0, which is really good fuel economy. But if you want something better, or if you want something better, basically, you have to check out the Honda Accord Hybrid that offers 48 evenly with city, highway, and combined driving. My Tesla having the adaptive dampers. The roads here in Miami, they're really horrible, but the Accord sucks up the bumps just fine. But let's do a launch here really quick. Honda says 0 to 60 in 7.1 seconds. I have it in the sport mode here. Like I mentioned, my Tesla does have adaptive dampers. It makes 252 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. Who knew that you can have this much fun in a Honda Accord? This thing drives freaking phenomenal. It does have a perfect balance between a sports car and also a practical family car. Like I mentioned, you can put your family in here. Also, there's stuff in the cargo area. And the Accord, it doesn't disappoint. The 10-speed automatic is buttery smooth. It's really fast to shift the gears, especially in sport mode. Great visibility, great driving dynamics. This car handles really good. Even though my Tesla rides on 19-inch wheels, this car does perform really good. Let's talk about the road noise in here. A lot of people do criticize Hondas for not having really good sound deadening materials in their cars, but to me, it doesn't sound as bad. But I do hear a little bit of road noise coming in from these 19-inch wheels, because the wheels are really big, of course, they're 19 inches, which is not bad. But I do like the rim setup here on the Accord. These are my favorite rim choices here. They're the sport wheels, and also I like the wheel choice on the hybrid. And Honda does offer a new set of rim choices for the 2020 model year. With this being the 2-liter 4-cylinder, it's really peppy, and this does have a lot of low-end torque, around 1500 RPM. And like I mentioned, this car does have adaptive dampers, so it sucks up the bumps just fine. I have no complaints for basically driving this car. It's really compliant, it's really smooth. The steering feel is light, it's playful, but it's nothing too floaty or anything like that. But it does have good feedback. Like I mentioned, Honda does not offer this thing with all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. They only offer this for front-wheel drive. I'm gonna turn the traction off and see what happens. The traction is off. I'm gonna floor it. Yeah, it did cut power, and it was really snugging the tires here with the stability control off, but most people are not gonna drive their 2.0 like that. That was just for demonstration purposes. But Honda should consider offering all-wheel drive. Toyota brought the all-wheel drive back for the Camry. I tested that out. That was a fantastic all-wheel drive system. So hopefully Honda brings all-wheel drive to the Accord here. But I like the way this car sounds. It's peppy. There's a lot of low-end torque. Like I mentioned, this is basically a four-door sports sedan at a reasonable price. It handles good. I like the suspension feel. So after spending time with the 2021 Honda Accord Sport 2.0, this car does have a perfect balance between a sports sedan and also a practical family car, because it offers plenty of legroom and also cargo space in the trunk area. So honestly, do I think the Honda Accord Sport 2.0 is the best buy? And my simple answer is yes, because this does have great reliability and also durability, also with practicality. So I'm gonna say Sport 2.0 cost. Starting price here for my test was at $32,110. It does have the enhancement package, including the Sonic Gray exterior paint, which looks really nice with the black and chrome accents, like I mentioned. My tester here has an as tested price of $34,890. I would like to give a special thanks to South Motors Honda for providing me with the 2021 Honda Accord Sport 2.0. If you're in the market for a Sport 2.0, you can come to South Motors Honda and ask for Nelson. He'll get you into a new, used, or pre-owned vehicle. Hope you guys have enjoyed my full overview on the 2021 Honda Accord Sport 2.0. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews, and please keep subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I catch you all in the next video.